Is it already going?
Yes,
And I'm just talking.
it is.
Hi, I'm Toad.
And I'm Timberdoodle.
And we're here for another show. And today we have a guest star.
Well, we have two guest stars, really.
That's true, that's true.
We have one that I'm not sure if you can see. Kai, stand up and say hi to the camera.
Say hi to the camera, Kai. Oh, there he is.
Here's our guest star, Kai. And we are taking him ice fishing.
Yeah, and I've already started ice fishing today.
You have?
Yeah, I got, let me see. I've got, there's my biggest one.
Whoa, that's a whopper.
Yeah,
wow.
Six
Wow.
ice cubes today.
You are so witty.
Isn't that what we're doing,
It's
right?
unbelievable.
Don't you need, aren't we getting
we're doing
ice?
something a little bit different. And
Oh.
that's why we brought out our, what I'm going to deem today as our ice fishing guide.
Professional.
A professional,
Yeah.
yes. Shawn Morrissey, our director at Jefferson County Conservation.
He's much better at leading this than I would be.
And so while we're here just kind of gabbing away, he's actually behind us, setting up and doing all the hard work to teach us how to go ice fishing. But Toad, are you going to go out on the ice today?
Nay.
Not your thing, eh?
Not my thing.
No.
I would have to say I'm not dexterous. I know, I ain't gonna do
Some
it.
call that wisdom,
Wisdom.
actually.
Yes.
We could
yes.
go with that.
I don't have the Carhartts for it, so
There you go. You got to have the gear.
you gotta
All
have
right.
the gear.
Well, Kai and I are going to head out to the pond, and our guide here, Shawn, will teach us a few tricks.
Have fun.
All right.
Oh.
What is it, Kai?
I don't know.
It's a little bluegill.
Oh.
We're gonna let him go. Did you want to kiss him? There's fish. Oh, I lost him.
If you can't catch any fish, you go to another pond.
That's. There you go. Here, take the pull. Reel down that way. There you go. See a big one? There's another one down there. Ooh, that's a crappie. Look at that.
Yes. Oh, bluegill.
Oh, that's a crappie.
Now we're eating up all the fish.
Hello. I'm gonna tell you a little bit about the basic things you need to ice fish. First of all, obviously we'll talk about rods and reels in a second, but you need something to make a hole in the ice. This is just a hand auger, pretty basic thing. And I'll go ahead and show you real quick how it cuts through the ice. And then Kai can come over. Something else you'll need is something to clean the ice out of your hole with. It's just a little dipper type scoop. And that'll get you in, let you start fishing. This is just, most of your rods are shorter in the winter, and there's all kinds of different reels. This is a pretty common setup, and you've got a little, this is called a spring bobber. There's different kinds of them, but a lot of times the fish will bite real light, and you'll just see that twitch. And then you need a jig, and there's a wax worm on there. The wax worms, there's some other kinds of bait you can use, but they're pretty standard. And they're just a little kind of a grub that you can get from the bait store. You don't need real big flashy jigs in the winter, just small. The fish are kind of lethargic, so they just want little bites. And other than that, they have fancy sleds and shacks. I don't have that one fully set up, but if it's really cold out, you might want some kind of a shelter. Up north they make trailers and real big fancy shacks to stay in, but down here, southeast Iowa, you've got kind of a short ice fishing season. I usually want to wait till there's about at least 4 inches of ice that dipper real quick, Kai, just so I can show them. There's probably 6 or 7 inches here now, I'm gonna guess, of good ice. Maybe a little more. So we're pretty safe, but you never want to trust the ice. There's some spots over where we had some rain a while back that it looks kind of dark. You want to watch out for open water spots or spots like that. And if you're unfamiliar, a lot of guys will just go out close to shore and drill a hole just to see what they've got. But I've been here and I knew there was enough ice. So otherwise, then people get these, they're called flashers. This one's a Markham brand. You've heard Vexlar's a popular brand. There's some others, Hummingbird, and but basically, yeah, stay on there. That red that you see is the bottom, and this allows, my jig's coming down now, allows you to see your jig, and when a fish shows up, it'll look like that red dot. And I'm sure we won't get one to be good on camera for us here, but
don't stop here because you got a hole.
these help you kind of locate fish and see if they're in the vicinity of your bait.
Mommy,
And they're pretty popular and helpful most of the time. They, you know, the fish still have to be willing to bite, but this is kind of the basics of what you would need to get started. And there's all kinds of advanced equipment that goes beyond this, but this is just what you need to get by. Some of the augers, guys that have to go through 18 to 20 plus inches of ice will get gas augers, and they've got some pretty slick ones now that go on electric drills. I don't have either one of those here today, but again, in southeast Iowa, you know, a lot of years you may only have 6, 8, 10 inches of ice, and you can get by with a hand auger in that kind of condition.
How do you know?
Sometimes when you're out on the ice, you'll hear it cracking, or it'll feel like it's settling. That's really normally not a bad thing. It's just something that happens. Kind of, it's either making ice or the temperature fluctuation or the sun can cause that. But a lot of people get spooked their first time out when they do that. Something else I didn't mention, that there's a couple things you can do, or that guys do, just to be safe. You can bring a rope along with you. They make these spikes that go around your neck. If you do fall in, they allow you to get a grip on the ice and pull yourself back out. So there's a few things to think about that, but generally you don't want to go out when the ice is thin, or if you're concerned, keep those things in mind. The other thing, if you're looking for places to fish that are open to the public, we're at the north end of Jefferson County Park on a pond we call the Chapel Pond, just because it was built below the old Chapel Studio building, or that was the business that was there at the time. And you can access that pretty easily from the industrial park here in Fairfield. There's a couple other ponds in Jefferson County Park you can fish. And then there's Bonneville Lake and Pleasant Lake on the northeast corner of Fairfield. They're open to the public as well. They're decent ice fishing. Walton Lake would be another spot. Whittam Woods is a park we take care of that's open to the public. There's a lot of good ice fishing around the state as well. If you search out the state parks, and some of the county parks in other counties have some nice ponds, so not too hard to find a place to try to fish.
See you on the frozen pond.